the most films that have been coming out, it's a lot of that. Like starting from the one that really stood out for me was Shimoni. Another that stood out for me was Mvera. These are very homegrown stories, and it's amazing how people gravitate. And there's such a thirst for that in the audience market, where like, finally I can see something that represents me. And as a writer, that's something I always strive in also telling my stories, in the sense that the closer it is to my truth, the more it is real, and the more it is relatable to people.
That's very, very true. Yeah. That's a good thing. On the other side, on the flip side.
So there's this thing called contracts.
That laughter is so scripted. I can write it. Talk to us then.
Insert laughter.
Yeah.
So it's interesting how you come to realize that the sooner you, like for me as a writer, I really want to get out of Kenya. And why I say that, like when I share with people, it's more of like, unakakwenda kujibamba, yari, but it's the broader perspective of life. And this came more real to me in the sense that Majul nilikuwa naona wasi wana strike. Writers are striking. I'm like, you guys can actually do that? What's happening?
Yep.
Come back home, whereby rate card is a whole foreign concept. When a writer is called up for a gig, it's like, because the thing is, writers are usually perceived as something that it's very technical, like andika to dialogue, write just a few words here on the page, then, and they don't respect that process, they don't respect the time. So when I come to the negotiation table, they come with the aspect of, you kind of are not as important per se. So rates are still the same since back in 2000.
Wow.
Na mimi nimekuwa kwa game for a while, for like I think close to now 8 years. And a feature film, even quoting more than like 50K, it's what's happening?
Wow. And the amount of time it takes.
Right.
Alafu kwa hiyo 50K kuna royalties, kuna
nothing, man. It's disheartening in that, and what I think it's a Kenyan mentality also. Ile design yenye ukichukua job, if you get call a gig and you don't take it, there's always someone else
who will do it.
There's always someone cheaper,
and that's the tumor in the industry.
Very big tumor.
And it's always someone from the uni with a fresh idea. Ajai kula ka 50K anaona hapa hivi, I'm going to buy a house and change my.
Na uwezi wa blame pia, because kama unajua kama you're new to the game na mtu anakuoffer 50K jamani, you're ready to go.
Chloe, talk to us a little bit about the impact that comes with, first of all, not the film that you produced, but of course the impact that comes with that kind of treatment in the industry, because this is just a script writer, we can do without them. This is just a producer. We can do without an impact producer. Ndio kule tu pesa yetu. Like, why is it that there is a sense of lack or no respect amongst the actors and in the industry in general?
I guess I would say there's like a scarce mentality. Like people, we operate with, there are not that many opportunities. So when there are the few opportunities that are there, people kind of fight for them. We don't really have unity as artists in this space. What you wouldn't do, someone else will do. And they probably do it even cheaper than the price that you turn down. And I think even in impact producing, because it's fairly like new, it hasn't been there for a while. So a big challenge that we face is kind of even proving why we should exist. And I think here in Africa, there are so many, most of our stories, whether it's a comedy or a drama, they're all trying to change narratives. So like the impact of our films is something that's so important. So just driving that message home sometimes can be challenging, finding funding to like do this work and stuff like that.
So that's really interesting to get to understand. But of course, actors, or if you're an artist and you're listening to us out there, you're worth much more than you could. Because I feel like personally lived in a real keeper's house in California. That guy retired in 1990. A real keeper is the person who keeps the reels for the film.
Literally, yeah.
So akiambiwa tunataka our number 202, anaenda anaangalia anawape. The guy retired in 1990 but could still buy the brand new Cadillac 2016. I'm just thinking.
We're back in the mix with DJ Nara. Use the hashtag MorningFixCreatives. Are you listening? Thoughts on this? Of course, we'll be happy to share them in just a minute at NationFMKE, at Mariam Bishar,
at Brian_Aseli, and Auntie Wamadex.
Are you on Twitter, Chloe?
No, but I'm on Instagram.
What's your Insta handle?
Coconut Chloe.
Coconut Chloe.
Yeah.
I like it. How about you, Shelly?
Shelly Gitonga.
Shelly Gitonga.
Yeah.